So I'm on this camera here?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Anywhere you look, we got you, though.
All right, bet.
I can speak on whatever I want. People be getting up in arms, man.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hottronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up on that over.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing.
Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they said? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that
Of course you can. Yeah!
Come on.
Real Neighborhood News, your boy Peanut, the CEO of Resource. We also have a special guest in the day, but we're going to introduce my man Stack and SMED, man. What's good, Brody?
What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to the Real Neighborhood News. I'm SMED. We got my boy Ease in the back here with me. Ease, where you at? Back there.
He's in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, you guys, we got Darryl T.Easley in the building.
Sure.
And he is going to we're gonna show his trailer, and he's gonna talk about his new movie that he is dropping, man. So we honored to have a legend in the building, man. But as always, we do want to go over a couple of news stories and then get you guys' thoughts and opinions. By the way, like, subscribe, ring the bell notification on our YouTube channel. It's spelled the Legendary People Podcast, like right here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but right there. It's right underneath me, the Legendary People Podcast on YouTube. And we are on Twitter under the Godcast Kings and the Legendary People Podcast on YouTube. Like, subscribe, ring the bell notification. Oh, I meant to say Instagram. Legendary People Podcast on Instagram, man. We got a lot of cool pictures that we take with our guests and videos and clips and shorts and all that type of stuff that you might want to see. So our first story that we're going to do today is really interesting. This is a debatable topic, man. Okay? You got this man right here. Hold on, let me go to it first. Okay, so I'm gonna
That's
put
got his name in there. LaRon DeMarco Ray is with his
I'm
daughter.
gonna put the story up. So
tag
this
him, yo.
this right here. This man is his daughter that he's with in this photo, and she's kissing her dad, and he's picking her up by her butt. And P, you said that what? What do you think about this?
So, to me, like the very first thing I thought of was I didn't even look at it like that. You know what I mean? Like initially, I just seen a father with his daughter, and that's how they love. I mean, I didn't grow up with an affectionate family, so I don't understand really, you know, what the outrage was until I started reading some of what the comments were. But to me, it kind of seems like a growing trend of, I'm not saying this person who made this post is a fatherless daughter. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's the case, but a lot of times you have people speak on black men business. You know what I mean? Like, if we can't talk on women business, then how someone interacts with their daughter, you can't use it with your eyes to look at how he's perceived in this instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because let's say, like, I didn't even see it that way. I mean, I would never grab my daughter by her ass intentionally, but I would not even be thinking like that. I'm just picking my daughter up for a picture real quick. Right. And kissing my daughter in the mouth. I'm not a person kissing my daughter in the mouth per se, but I wouldn't have an issue if I see my friend kissing his daughter in the mouth at that age at all.
How old is this girl?
I'm assuming she's at least 9 to 10 years old.
Ease, what you think?
Me personally, I got 4 daughters.
Okay.
And I remember, the smaller they were, like 2, 3, they would come up to me, hey, Dad, love you, mwah, kiss me on the cheek, you know, or on the lip, mwah.
Yeah.
But after a certain age, it became kiss me on the cheek.
For sure.
You know, they're grown, we still kiss each other on the cheek. And my son, I kiss him on the forehead. He's 30-something years old. I love you, son.
Right.
You know, so that's a hard one because there's so many pedophiles out there today. Yeah, like I say, depending on how you look at it, but like picking them up by the ass, nah.
Yeah.
And that picture right there, the way they kissing her, it just don't look right to me.
Yeah, it doesn't, man. This looks right. Like a I'm in love with you type. Kiss.
Yeah, it's too.
The holding of her looks like this is couple vibes to me, bro.
Yeah, it don't look right. So.
It doesn't. It looks inappropriate.
So
yes.
I mean, and I think that's us looking at it with the, you know what I'm saying, with us having those experiences of, like, we've interviewed over 55 women come over here, and out of 55 women we interviewed, 50 of them have been molested. So I understand how we would look at it from that perspective. But if his intentions weren't that, I don't see how someone could just automatically assume that it's someone being a pedophile in this sense. Even though I wouldn't do that, I'm just saying I just don't think like that's appropriate. But I cannot say for sure to cast this person to the point where you get 7.2 thousand shares of people calling this man a pedophile without even knowing the full story.
Because that's how it looks. They're going off of the visionary, what they see. And to most people, it don't look right. You know, don't mean that he was doing something malicious.
Let's say, let me ask you this: what about if a stranger was kissing? I don't want to say your daughter, but let's just say you had an imaginary daughter, to not put your real daughter in this situation. How would you look at that? Just like that.
A stranger.
That would make it worse.
Stranger. A stranger, a boy, a kid, a old man. I mean, not an old man, but just like a classmate.
Like, make it like, for instance, like
her uncle
or something.
Yeah.
To me, that is completely effed up. Like, completely effed up.
Thank God, boy. I was worried. I thought you was going to say that's understandable. Like, this is weird, bro.
And you know what? You have to look at it like the way you said, SMED, because you said yourself, how many women came in here that's been molested?
Yeah.
So now we have to look out for stuff like that. And if it don't look right, 9 times out of 10 is not right. Not saying he was doing anything that he was, because we don't know if maybe that's just the way they show each other love. But to us, you know, when we see something that looks suspicious, it looks suspicious.
When I think about myself as a father, I could never see myself doing anything like that type of way, in that shape or form, where I would be doing something like that to the point where, like, it probably video. I'm not saying videos of me holding my daughter like that, but I mean, I done took my daughter to get her nails done. We done went to the park. It been time my daughter fell down. Had to pick her up and she crying.
Though, bro.
I'm just saying. I mean, if someone took a picture of me picking my daughter and she crying, I'm not thinking.
A 3-year-old. How old is your daughter?
My daughter will be 8 in August.
8 years old.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pick her up by her ass either.
Nah, hell no.
Bro, this is a ass cuff, man. Like, this shit look like fucking he just came home from the military and she done kissed him and now jumped in his arms as his wife. Well, for anybody that's out there that kiss your daughter like this, just understand, even though that might be y'all's little inside thing, when you put this shit on the internet,
Yeah.
the interpretation is going to be that there's some molestation taking place and inappropriate behavior happening, regardless of what. And I mean, you might want to be defiant and put it out there anyway, but you know, for everything that you do, there is going to be a ripple effect and a reaction. And the reaction to this, anybody watching it is obviously going to think that this is inappropriate for a father to be
I want to
doing
read one of
this.
the comments from the. I want to read one of the comments from the original post. Her name is Cameron Kenzie. She said, "While the black community does need healing, I feel like we need to stop shaming people who don't agree with this stuff either. Clearly, women who feel this way are just trying to protect their child from what happened to them, and mothers have the right to be that certain way about who touches their children, and how in this world you have to rather be safe than sorry, because stuff like this can affect people their whole lives clearly." So I think that was a perfect way to encapsulate both points.
Who posted this? The man posted this?
Yes.
The father posted this?
His name is LaRon DeMarco Ray.
And what did he post it for? To show...
He got a heart on one, and then the next post says, "Anyway, I guess, ... never mind, man. Smiling face with a heart."
Damn.
He was asking for it.
He wanted smoke. And
yeah,
he wanted,
that's what I'm saying.
man, and I hate to say this, but honestly, bro, he probably is in love and couldn't hold back posting her any longer. And it's sad that it's his daughter, man. There's no other explanation why he said, "And I guess, ... it's whatever. I know y'all gonna judge me, but you can't help where the heart goes. You can't help
If
with
he
your
said,
heart
if he
feels."
said, "I know y'all gonna judge me," then he already knew it looked funny.
He knew what he had done.
Exactly.
Damn.
Look at how she grabbed in the back of his head.
Man, that's welcome home from the army, baby.
Yeah, that's baby.
That's baby.
That's baby.
That's you, my baby.
Army or jail?
Yeah.
Palming it, and he's palming hers. Ah, God, bro.
I just hate to believe.
Man, what the
hate to
fuck,
believe that a
man?
father
This is
would-
disgusting, man.
To me, I would hate that a father would actually have those type of intentions, and to me, it
There's
don't
a
even.
lot of sick people out here,
And
man.
to me, it don't even. I don't know. I just don't look at it like a father would ever do that.
But one thing that you always say about yourself,
That's in slavery. First, we was made to do it, and then it was by choice.
and you said that you got an ability to read a room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so you should also have that same self-awareness as to what is inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? And like, the problem ain't him posting it. The problem is him doing it anyway. Like keeping it a secret, posting it, all of it is the same terribleness, but
I think
the
keeping
arrogance
it a
and
secret is
the
way more deceptive than anything else. If he was to be like it.
him posting it and
Now,
coming
mind you,
public is only to cover it up even
What
more.
if you found pictures like that in your phone? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a mom looking through the phone and then see it like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? To me, that's
Yeah.
To me, that's a little worse. But
I think the posting it is to cover up what was going to probably come down on him, because you don't know what type of situation he was in order to like not be able to keep it a secret anymore. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like let me tell you before somebody else do. You know,
So,
he know this shit is wrong.
like Rennie Music said, guess what? I'm kissing my daughter regardless. I don't care if she's 1,000,000 years old.
Kissing or kissing her in the lips or holding
Like
her
you
ass
can, you kiss your daughter on the forehead, bro.
I never kiss my kids.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Not my boys, not my girls. I used to fight with my wife about that.
And that was
I know what you did last summer.
That's exactly the point. That's what we've been saying. Like kissing, You don't kiss any of your kids in the mouth, man. That what brings us to another point. Don't y'all remember when Lil Wayne and Birdman kissed on 106 in Park?
Yeah.
And we seen
And
that
the
shit.
la- and the-
And we was like, man, what the fuck? And then he said, this my son, this my son.
Yeah.
But to
That's
everybody
even
else, we was like, so? Even if it is
Grown,
your
too.
son, you don't do that. Now, let alone that this is just like street son.
Right.
That shit was, it was real weird,
Yeah,
man.
it
Who
was.
needs the phone?
Terribly weird. Huh?
I hear the phone ring.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Tech.
Oh, but that's just a rollover call. That's a rollover call. All right, so look, now we got another story that I want to get to, which was amazing. James, you can go get on that panel if you want to, Aki. That's crazy. So this story right here, you guys, is about. This story here is about a woman who was tased by the police. All right, and so the question, the debatable question is, should she have just complied with the police officer?
Is it ratchet or is it racist? Let's
Is
find
it
out.
ratchet or is it racist? Okay, so here we go.
Right now, 11 accused, then arrested for shoplifting. A Duval
Let me go back.
Right now, 11 accused, then arrested for shoplifting. A Duval County woman is now suing Publix for negligence after she was tased, then taken into custody after being wrongfully accused of stealing.
Why did she give the information? Apparently she did pay for it, but she wouldn't show me a receipt, wouldn't give me her ID.
Now, that woman and her attorneys have enlisted the help of a nationally recognized attorney to help represent her. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining
Al
us.
Sharpton.
Come on.
Here we go.
I'm gonna taser you. I'm gonna taser you right here, right now.
Tase me. Here we
Why
go.
are you in trouble right now?
You know how many people don't walk in and stuff
Everybody. Ma'am, they simply asked if you had a receipt. They didn't see you go through a register.
But why don't they go through all the registers and ask the people if they seen me?
Ma'am,
Let's walk back in there.
where's your receipt?
Come on, let's walk back in there.
Bring your receipt.
Let's walk back in
You have your
let's
receipt.
Let's walk back in there.
Just show me your
no,
receipt.
No, I'm not going to
I'm not letting you go back in the store. Is that your receipt from today?
It is, but I'm not showing because I ain't got no receipt. Y'all can't make me show nothing.
Okay, we'll pause it right there to get a little bit of just some of you guys' reaction.
Is it ratchet or is it racist?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because we as African Americans, we don't have that leeway to get away with something like that, especially to law enforcement. Because if we get pulled over and they say, "Can I see your license?" What you pull me over for? Then now, and we don't show them our license, even though we didn't do anything wrong, now we're not complying.
Right.
And that gives them a reason to act more stupid. You know, so with her, if she had a receipt, I think she should have showed it just to bust this. Look, here, boom. But then again, SMED said earlier, you don't know what she went through. She could just be upset. But I just think us as a people, we don't have that freedom to go back and forth with the law enforcement without going to jail for not complying or whatever. But of course, with the white race, they get pulled over. They're gonna jump out the car.
Right.
Fuck you, pull me over for.
Still
They're gonna, yeah,
going in
And
their
it-
pockets, everything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I
going
feel
on
like
their
that's,
pockets.
Yeah, and I feel like
Right.
that's why even I don't know the rate of it, but I think that more white people shoot cops than black people. Because when they pull us over, their guns
yeah.
are already pulled out.
Right, yeah.
But with white people, they don't expect it. They walking up to them, they get out the car on them, and they face to face. All right, I'm not showing you shit. Blah blah. Walking back. You know, police officer just got shot in the head last week in Lebanon, I believe, in Warren County.
Yep.
Yeah.
But see, they approach them different than they approach us. They approach us already armed and ready. But with them, he's white. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. But then, bam.
Is it ratchet or is it racist?
It's a little bit of both. I agree with him because the white people, they'll be spitting in their face and they do nothing. But statistically, the thieves are white women. All right. Now I'm guilty of what this woman do because I watch the racist people at the door, and they'll let 3-4 white people go out and then they want to stop you.
True.
I'm not obligated. I ain't doing shit. So
Am I under arrest or not?
I do that, but I ain't never had the police call on me either because they knew they was being
Yeah,
dumb.
right.
She should have showed it to the police officer, just not to have to go through all the problems. Like he said, man, get out of my face. That's it, and it's over with.
Yeah, but sometimes, like I said earlier, I just think that
Is it ratchet or is it racist first? Is it ratchet or is it racist?
it's racism. But I don't want to go racism. I say it's harassment.
Okay.
All right. I just think that, like, racism, I don't know about racism. But she thought it was. She thought that she was being picked with. Now, like, nothing is ever racist. But, man, we just watched Sesame Place. Animals. They're Big Bird characters, man, publicly discriminate against black kids by not waving to them, waving them off, pushing them down, went by one and like a little air smack across the face, and just actually playing and humiliating the black patrons of this establishment. And so we see more and more and more of this, and I think that we as black people, man, like, we don't want to believe that this shit is racism at the end of the day. Like, we really want to think like that shit is behind us. But
I don't.
It's still, I mean, I would like to think that these things are, I would like to think that these things are behind us.
I know better.
Like, I don't want to concentrate on the fact that there's racism and challenges and all of this other shit. If it is, it is, but I just want to go about my day and do my work. But what I'm saying is, like, and we got this mental block up so much that we just want to go about our way. When we see obvious, like, racism, discrimination, or harassment, over enforcement of the law, which is what's resulting in so many black people being put in jail, like, you get tired of that shit.
True.
And today wasn't a day for her, bro. She got her kids in the car. As we play more of the story, you'll see she's got her kids in the car. It's embarrassing for the police to come out and confront you while you're in front of your kids. And you might want to stand up for yourself in front of your kids to show them that you're not weak.
So, although I agree with a lot of your points, I'm going to say this is ratchet, not racism. Because, like, if I'm the driver of this vehicle, right, which is my life, and the only thing I got to do is show you my ID, show you this paper, even though I'm not obligated by law, I'm not breaking any laws at all. It all ends and starts with me just showing you whatever you need for me to go to the next level. I mean, I done seen before, like, I mean, I've been in...
I don't think it starts with that.
Wait. So I've been walking out of Walmart, and you got that person standing up there. You'll see two white people go in front of them. I walk up next, they want to see mine. Here, I'll show my mines. I'm in my bag, and I'm right back out of there. I don't care. I just prove to you that I'm not stealing, and that proves that that's a black person there who spends hard-earned money in there, and he's not.
Do you know why Walmart asks you for your receipt? Do you know why? I'm just asking you. Thank you. Walmart asks you for your receipt when you don't have a bag. If you're rolling out of Walmart with something that has not been bagged up as you checked it out, they ask for your receipt. But sometimes you buy stuff that can't fit in a bag. That's their fail-safe program. They don't randomly ask you for your receipt when you're walking out with bags. But if you got something out of a bag, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, that's the policy.
Yeah. Exactly. That's not true. That's not the policy. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I don't mind if I know I did nothing wrong. Here, let me go about my day. Like, why isn't it going to be like, okay, yes, I understand you could be having a bad day, but like I always preach on this podcast is self-control, self-discipline, and self-preservation, right? Why am I going to sit here and put not only myself at risk, these same kids y'all saying is in there, they at risk if I sit here and make this peace officer with his gun come over there and escalate this thing when I could be like, here, get out my face, I'm on my way, and I'm not coming back to this motherfucker ever again.
But is there such thing as
30-minute thing when it could be 30 seconds?
Is there such thing as illegal search?
Yes.
Yeah.
And why is that a law? What is an illegal search?
When
no permission.
Without permission. Like when they violate your laws, like my personal laws. When you violate.
So do they have to ask you to search your car before they do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless they have probable cause, which they can make up.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if they ask to search your car, you can't say no.
Right.
Yes.
She said no.
And then they'll go get a police.
He didn't do that. She asked him. Hold on. Let's play more. Because, like, she went through all that.
No, you
Actually,
can't.
I can, and you're not giving me your ID, so I can't prove that you didn't take anything.
No,
so I don't know.
Anyways.
Why are we arguing about this?
Because y'all profile black people every day like that.
Everybody that shops in here is black. Everybody that shops in here is black.
No, everybody ain't.
Well, most of them are.
They is.
I can
Y'all do
we can
that
profile
every day.
anybody.
I see y'all up here every day bothering people.
I don't bother
because they say
anybody.
that. Whoever.
Can you just show me your receipt?
No, I'm not gonna do that. Because that makes absolutely no sense at all. I'm not gonna.
Can I see your receipt?
No, because they say if they sent you out here, that means they saw me steal.
They didn't see you go through a register.
Then, so why not do their protocol is
Step out of the car.
to go look on the camera.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
I'm not stepping out no car.
Then you're gonna go to jail.
But then you won't have to take me to jail.
Okay, step out of the car.
I'm not stepping out no car.
Okay. You got all these kids in here you left in here by yourself. You want me to push this further? Well, you went in the store?
They're not little kids.
Oh, they are little kids. And you left them all in the store. And what are you gonna do when you go to jail and they're all here? So I call DCF to come get them all?
My mom stay right around the corner.
Okay, so
Like, call them.
Salute to ever having that spice. But
They my sister kids. They'll call her to come get her children.
why don't you show me your receipt?
Listen.
You know, man, like one thing that I peep, man, like a lot of times we got this fake nice guy shit. It's like asking you to do something that's like just humiliating in one sense. I mean, I don't want to overstate it like this. She was so humiliated, but I see it all the time. It's this passive aggressive shit. You know what I mean? Just coming to her with this soft tone, but you asking her to do something where you feel like she done stole something. Like you're calling her a thief nicely.
I'm not going, not for this guy. Now, what you're saying is accurate, but not for this guy. I don't think he was racist. I feel like he was there investigating. He was doing the job he was supposed to be doing. Period. He wasn't accusing her of stealing. He wasn't telling her that she did anything wrong. He tried to negotiate with her several times. Just let me see the receipt.
You're
gonna lead the kids here. I mean, I know you didn't steal, or I'm not thinking you did, but they're telling me I have to investigate because they possibly lied on you and said that you didn't go through a register.
Let me say this real quick.
That's a good one.
Peanut, you have a son, right?
Absolutely.
Does he drive?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He does.
Okay. What do you tell him, as all of us black men here,
Yeah.
what do we tell our sons when they go out in the streets to drive?
Comply.
When the police pull you up, what do we tell them?
Comply. Both hands on the steering wheel. Make sure you. Wait. I got it. Yeah. Comply. Both hands on the steering wheel. You got your seatbelt on. Yes, sir. No, sir. Anything got a question for, you got to answer for.
Because you want them to come home.
Exactly.
You know how many people did because they didn't comply?
Pride.
Pissing them off. I mean, when I get pulled over, I ain't kissing ass, but I'm, yes, sir. No, sir. Don't mean I'm a punk. Shit, I want to go home.
Right.
Would you speed? Yeah, man, I was speeding. My bad. Here's my license and ID and my registration. Here you go. And they let me off. Oh, but just slow down next time. Because they just want to know you have it.
Exactly.
Now, if I had a warrant,
Attitude,
different thing. But
you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. You're
gonna
not
keep you there
complying,
as long as
and
he
there
can.
you go. As soon as you don't do what they ask you to do, your ass going to jail or getting in trouble anyway, because you're not complying to what an officer is asking you to do.
Exactly. You're looking for a reason.
So with this young lady right here, I feel like she gave him a reason to act stupid.
Man, she did.
Like I said, 30 seconds, here, bam, now what? Thank you, bye. Fuck out my face.
Right.
When you arguing, you make it feel like you really stole something.
Let's play this one because this is in conjunction with what we're talking about. So let's take a quick listen to here. Listen.
On medical leave for nearly 2 months, but tonight there are new problems for Sheriff Dave Hutchinson. The Fox 9 investigators have learned the latest trouble for the embattled sheriff comes from within his own department. Here's Tom Lyden.
Sheriff Dave Hutchinson's high-profile troubles began December 8th after leaving a law enforcement conference in Alexandria, when he rolled his county-issued SUV on I-94 while traveling at 126 miles an hour. He initially lied about being behind the wheel. A week later, he pled guilty to misdemeanor drunk driving. He's been on medical leave since May 18th. But the Fox 9 investigators have learned a month before he went on leave, members of Sheriff Dave Hutchinson's own command staff, those closest to the sheriff, complained to the county that Hutchinson had created a hostile and discriminatory work environment in the sheriff's office. The county hired an outside investigator, Amy Kern of Casey Workplace. who interviewed the command staff. They provided the investigator with personal text messages Hutchinson sent in the weeks and months after his drunk driving crash. They are laced with derogatory, racial, and sexual comments. A text message from December 30th refers to Sawana Kirkland, who at the time was seeking the DFL endorsement for Hennepin County Sheriff. Quote, "She get DFL for sure, black, all they care about."
This is a sheriff. They're sending text messages. This was a black woman he's talking about. She gets DFL for sure, black, that's all they care about. Basically, fucking.
Hutchinson texted to a member of his command staff. Quote, "People are sick of black people getting things solely on being black."
This is another text message that this sheriff is putting out. So my point in saying all of this is he's got a black person on his staff working there. He's a sheriff, an upstanding, supposed to be somebody upholding the law, somebody that you put your faith in. He's probably pulled plenty of people over. He's probably talked to them in some passive aggressive way, same way that this other guy is, sneaky, smiling and beguiling, but bitter as wormwood. Like evil, bro. Like the thing about being evil is you have to be deceptive with it or it won't be well received. Like this man knew what he was doing. Mm-hmm. She said, "Let's go back in the store." He said, "No, we don't want to do that. I'm not letting you go back in the store." But for what? If I stole something, I want to go in and face my accusers. Who said I stole something? Point them out. No, I ain't gonna let you do that. Am I being detained? No. So my point in this is just to say, man, do not become tricked by a soft voice that's asking for evil, man. Like that's all this shit is. He knew that his body cam was recording.
Yeah.
And tased this woman anyway in front of her kids. But he kept a soft voice. He couldn't wait to tase her. He said, "I'm gonna man, bro, he knew what the fuck he was doing, and he led that shit up and wanted to cover himself. But guess what? She's filing a lawsuit against them. Do you know why?
Why?
Because she didn't steal a fucking thing, bro. Didn't steal nothing.
The lawsuit will have nothing to do with that. The lawsuit is going to be about how he handled the situation.
I mean, the lawsuit is about
not compliant. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interested in seeing how this ends. I don't think she's gonna win.
Well, I just think that, like, can you detain someone when they didn't do anything? Like she didn't do nothing.
At some point, they're gonna call it obstruction, or to him being able to conduct his investigation.
We just had this play out. Wait. We just had this play out on our podcast just yesterday when we had Kenya Baker in here. So even though they did still the cheese whiz, they still need time to investigate to find out what's going on. So it still gives them guys to hold people there until they find out what's going on. But when you hold the keys to here, leave me alone, to me, I understand there's a racial element to some officers' motives. I understand that. I'm a black man. I'll be dumb to not know that.
This officer's motives.
Right.
But for me also to say, I remember in school they taught cause and effect. Like, what was the cause? What was the effect? The cause was you didn't show them this, and you would have been done with it.
Sometimes you gotta take a stand for yourself, and even if it means going to jail, you gotta do that.
Or getting tased.
Jail ain't the worst thing, bro.
It would have to be something bigger than the
But
receipt.
I can't agree with you that he couldn't wait to tase her. He gave her 35 chances not to get tased.
Exactly.
But he never had to tase her though, James. He never had to. What? He didn't have to.
You're right. He didn't have to. He didn't have to. But at some point, you are now obstructing me being able to do the job I came out here to do. Mm-hmm. I'm not defending them all because I'm the one on here arguing there ain't no such thing as a good cop.
She asked him to call a superior officer to the scene.
Did she do that? I missed that.
Yeah, she did.
He was supposed to do that.
Yeah, he was.
He said, "No, I'm not calling the superior officer." Okay. He said, "I'm not." Look,
I've heard many times. People trying to call Smith. Where the fuck?
Just in the front. In the front.
Turn around. Call your mom. Turn around right now for not cooperating. Cooperating?
There you go. Not cooperating.
Tasing right now.
Look at this.
Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Right now. Get down on the ground.
No, he said he
tased
did.
her.
Yeah,
He
that was
tased
uncalled
her.
for.
She look.
Was she fighting him while he was trying to
No.
Yeah, it was uncalled
This
for that part.
and this is what happened in the video. He said, "Put your hands behind your back." He was trying to grab her arm, right?
Mm-hmm.
He let it go. She said, "Why?" She said, "Because you're not what you call it." She said, "Because I didn't steal." He said, "I'm gonna tase you," and then shot her. Now here go Chimo. What's up, Chim?
This is a resident lawyer, Timo, checking in. Man, y'all gonna get somebody killed, man.
What they already killing. They already killing.
Y'all said this lady didn't do nothing.
No, we ain't saying she didn't do anything, but we saying though, like sometimes you do have to take a stand for yourself, bro. And this police officer, though he seemed like
Take a stand.
Yes.
First of all,
yes.
the stand is not with the cops.
She asked to go back in the store and face her accusers.
Not with
Yes, man, listen. Once the cops are called, it's an investigation with the cops, period. All you got to do is go back in there or show your receipt. It's not on. You don't have to show your receipt to Walmart people. That's not even a thing. You don't have to. But if they call the cops and say, hey, check this person out, then it's the cops' job to intervene.
How they gonna call the cops and they respond and get to her before she pulls out of the parking lot?
And they're doing their investigation.
But how did they call the police and they got to her before she went out of the parking lot?
So it literally may have been a lie.
I don't think they called the police.
The store called the police.
How did the store call? So you mean to tell me by the time I walk out of a store and get to my car, Publix can call? To me, sounds
you ain't never seen the police
sitting outside.
They sit outside at all of our Walmarts. Every last one of them.
This might have been a security guard. This might have been something else. Okay. Well, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, it seems weird to me.
Have done nothing wrong.
It's not weird that the cops are around in the area and they come
Not to me.
the scene.
Not to me. I'm just saying, like, all I'm saying is, look, I would advise my daughter not to do what she did. I would advise all the people that I know not to do what she did because I don't want them to get killed unjustifiably.
Exactly.
But she's not wrong for standing up for herself just because she don't want to get killed, though. Like, why do you gotta submit to fucked up shit under the threat and duress that you did?
That's like, okay. If you call somebody from your house, Mr. Smedley's house, and
right.
say, listen, somebody is I think is about to burglarize my house.
Right.
The police, okay, follow me here. If the police come out there, they're going to do an investigation because you're a possible complainant. So you're telling me that the person that's possible the burglar shouldn't submit to questioning from the police?
Well, she did. She offered to go back into the store and check the cameras to see if, bro, she didn't steal nothing though. She had her receipt on person. The police officer seen it. He said, "Is that your receipt from today?" She said, "Yes, that is, but I ain't showing it. Let's go back in the store."
Listen, man. First of all, she did not want to go back in the store. The cop asked her 1,000 times.
No. She offered to go back in the store and he wouldn't let her. He stood in the doorway and prevented her from getting out of the car and going back in the store.
I don't know what video you watching.
The one we've been watching, the one I showed you today that put in our group text message. I watched this video, bro. I'll go here. I'll rewind it for you. Look, I'm playing it.
Everybody that shops in here is black.
Listen.
Everybody that shops in here is black.
Listen.
No, everybody ain't.
Well, most of them are.
They is. I see y'all up here every day bothering people.
I don't bother anybody.
So that's what got me so bad.
No, I'm not going to.
They always there.
Because that makes absolutely no sense at all. I'm not going to.
Can I see your receipt?
No, because if they sent you out here, that means they saw me steal.
They didn't see you go through a
Okay,
register.
then, so why not do their protocol is
Step out of the car.
to go look on the camera.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
I'm not stepping out no car.
Then you're gonna go to jail.
But then you want to take me to jail.
Okay, step out of the car.
I'm not stepping out no car.
Okay, you got all these kids in here. You left in here by yourself. You want me to push this further? Well, you went in the
See, that's that evil. That's that evil. That's that evil coming out right there.
I'm asking you not to make me do it though.
Okay.
Make you do
All
what?
right,
At some point, if I can't be nice to you, then now it's like you're not
She
gonna change
did
your
say,
mind
"Let's
about-
go back in the store." That's
if
just
we
not.
trying to
This is a 10-minute
accomplish
video.
something,
I
we
didn't
trying to
play the
agree on
part where she
something,
said
and you
that,
gonna
bro.
go nice,
She
then
did say, "Let's
everybody
go
gonna
back
be
in the store."
forceful. At some point.
That's the part I'm listening for.
It's a 10-minute video though, Chimo.
Okay. Let me.
Every day.
Listen to me.
Every
Do you think I want any trouble right now?
See, you don't want no trouble.
At all.
Yeah, you putting her in trouble. It's easy. That's like a man beating his woman saying, "Look what you're making me do to you."
But she
Look what
putting
you're making
herself
me
in
do to
trouble
you."
by
So
not
he
showing
was
the
just supposed to
receipt.
take her word for it and not do his
Y'all are
job.
confused on what the cops.
That was the only option. I get
She
the
offered-
let's go
she
into
offered
the.
to go back into
I
the
get
store.
that. I get that. But that ain't the option I want to take as a police
Watch
officer.
the
This one's
video,
easy
bro.
right here.
Watch it.
I have a question. I have a question.
Watch it.
I have a question.
What? You gotta watch the video, Tim. She said that. I'm not making it up. You think I'm lying? Now you the police. I ain't lying.
Yeah, I am supposed to.
Man, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You accusing me like he accusing her, and me and her both, goddamn it, ain't telling no lie. Shit. She said she offered to go back in the store. Go ahead, big bro. What?
That cop even had empathy for her.
Nah, man, that's
her.
bullshit.
Listen,
He
man,
tased her.
Y'all
No
guys
fucking
don't want to hear
empathy.
this.
No, I don't.
Arm on her. He put his arm on her and said, "Ma'am, it's not a big deal. All I'm doing is doing my job. They said that they didn't see you go through a register, so now I'm doing an investigation. This is an investigation now. So all you have to do to end this right now is show me the receipt. So I
would rather a cop talk to me like that than, nigga, show me your receipt.
Right.
Take your fucking ass to jail.
This black barbarian woman is want to be a fake ass activist, and that's what most of these black people with these cops are. The cop was more than nice to her. He showed compassion. He put his hands on her, and then when he gave her direct orders because she didn't want to show him the receipt. It doesn't even matter if she stole something or not. It's his job. This is what he has to do. What is he gonna do? Just let her go?
Yeah.
No, he can't just take her word for it.
That ain't his job. His job ain't to let people just go. His job is to investigate.
I'm coming out the bank with bags. Did you just rob the bank? No.
All right. There you go.
I brought these in there. I was gonna make a deposit. Change my mind.
Hey, he seen the receipt on her lap. She offered to go.
She never did give it to him.
From today.
He said, "Is that because he wasn't sure if that was the." I mean,
he said, "Let me see it." He said, "Is that your receipt from today?" She said, "Yes, it
she
is,
would
but I'm
not
not
give
showing
it
you
to
that
him.
shit."
I mean, it could be a receipt from another
Well,
store.
I mean,
Or
well,
just a piece
listen.
of paper.
So
Well,
she did something then.
well, let me ask you this, Chimo, and everybody else that's on the side of the police for everything else. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this.
Everybody feels different, you know. So.
What about if they did that to her every day? I'm just asking.
Okay.
Is there any time? What about if they did it? What about if they did it? What about if they did this same thing to her multiple times? I'm asking you, is there a time where she should say, "I'm not showing the receipt"?
I would understand that then.
She said, is constantly, if the store's policy
she said, "I see y'all do this all the time to black people."
Receipt, okay, if she thinks she's getting harassed in this particular store, Don't shop there no more.
Exactly.
No, I agree. I do agree.
Mistake.
I do agree. But what about if she doesn't have the means to travel to another grocery store though?
If she's got a fucking car.
She might. She do got a car. Okay. All right. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is though, convenience, a store in your neighborhood is something that's important.
But that's not even 30 minutes of you being investigated for going there. It's not convenient.
Convenience is our problem. That's why we wearing Gucci again. Convenience is our problem. That's why nobody sat down on the NFL. Convenience is our problem.
Y'all don't know why this lady goes to this
store.
We got so much
power
don't even
with
know
our,
if this is her car
with
or
our
not.
spending power, and we don't use it.
But y'all don't know that that's her
convenience.
car, though. You don't even know if that's her car. She said, these are my sister's kids in this car. I'll go home. They'll call her. She'll come and pick the kids up. I don't know, but you don't either, and you don't know why she's going to.
Is a problem.
But
I'm
what
not
I'm trying to
spending my money nowhere. I ain't been to Valero in 10 years. Why? Because they like to keep your change. I don't give a fuck about that 5 cents, but you're not gonna play me like that.
Exactly. But what
so
I'm trying
I ain't
to tell
been
you
there
guys,
in 5 and 10 years. I guarantee you.
True
they ain't
indeed,
seen none of my money.
But
you talk to me like that, none of my money.
My grandmother said, "Go where you are loved, not where you're
wait a minute
tolerated."
now.
Right.
Hold on. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that black people don't bicker with the convenience store owners over them? Like, for example, hurry up and buy this thing about you're getting profiled every time you walk in the convenience store. You know that they're watching you, but you go there anyway.
Whose problem is that? We used to own the stores. We don't own them no more.
I know that, Jamie, but I'm just talking about why somebody would continue to go to a place that they're not feeling all the way welcome at because it's...
We can shut these stores down.
It's the only place.
Spending no money
We
there.
always on Facebook,
Or we can
Instagram,
shut these stores
whatever.
down by
we
making
say,
a scene
we ain't
and
going to
promoting
such
our
and such
cause
store.
like what she's doing.
Never again. That store will sell to somebody black for cheap. Now we got our own store. Next store, we not going to such and such store.
All right, Chimbo.
We don't stick together as a people to
That's
do
our
that.
problem.
Like,
You know, it's power in numbers, but we don't do it.
Who that DJ? His last name Pittman. He from the city. Remember
Oscar.
Oscar Pittman.
H&L, Gettysburg,
He had
right?
an H&L situation.
I remember that.
And he said, "Fuck it, we not spending no money in there."
Yep.
And we all rock with it. We ain't spending no money in there. That's how you do it. Not making a scene right
Shut
then and
them
there.
down.
You shut them motherfuckers down.
Oh, they shut
Get
down.
them in that
They
pocket.
got to
Did they
sell
shut
for
down?
They got to sell for because we stopped.
Did they shut down?
We stopped.
We stopped.
We stopped.
Okay. Are we talking about
Well,
the brother?
not me. I don't necessarily.
Are we talking about the brother that went in there and bought the ice burn fish?
Oscar
I don't
Pittman.
remember.
Yeah,
Oscar Pittman.
He's the DJ. He had a situation where like
I don't know if it was Oscar Pittman, but there was another bro that bought some fish that was freezer burned from the store, and he heard he took it back, and then he heard the Arab that was in there call him a nigga.
Yeah, I think
and
that's it.
That might.
okay, we interviewed him on this show. Okay, not you.
Yeah.
It was me, Chim, and Sharna. All right, we brought him on this show, and he told his whole story about all the things that happened. I don't know if I know DJ Oscar. He comes up here all the time and gets stuff from me.
So maybe it's a different bro.
But my point is to say, no matter, we might want to not go to these stores, but man, if you don't have reliable transportation, if you don't have just means to go and get from here to there, sometimes you have to go to these places until somebody else comes along and gets a store for you. That's a better option.
Tell me
but
this.
I see it happen all the time.
Tell me this, Todd.
Yeah.
Because all the cars up in these grocery stores that's taking bags, them the ones that's keeping that store open, not somebody that goes in and buys a chip and a pop. The bags is what matters. And these people cave. They cave. We don't stick together. We can own all of this, man. We can keep our money in our community, but we don't. Don't nobody want to do that.
Yeah. I mean,
that's our fault, man.
Some of the options, like the community needs to provide, though, good stuff.
Who is the
that
community?
actually wants to
Who is
get.
the community?
The business owners in the community.
You think they care about us? You don't have no business owners that care
I'm
nothing
talking about
you.
black business owners.
Well, we got a problem there too.
Black business owners just need to provide good quality service.
You know what stopped black people shopping with black people? Civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Think about
Agreed.
it. Yeah. Civil rights movement. Because before we shopped in your neighborhoods or blacks.
Agreed.
But as soon as civil rights hit, want to go to the white stores. Me personally, I wouldn't want to go because shit.
They hate you.
Yeah. I don't, like you said, your grandmother said. Go with
love, not tolerated.
You know. And so the silver, that's a whole nother story right there. But if you think about it,
even what you're saying about that, big bro, like education too. Like, we don't need to be going and sending our kids to a school that wants to stand out in front of us and spray us with water hoses and attack dogs. Like, we should have kept our stuff together. Yeah, because we depended on each other and we was pushing each other to come up with the things that we needed.
And they came to the civil rights movement. Now it's like, you want to go catch a bus way to the other side of town and do this when you got it right there.
Man, and listen, every time we come with that, they do paper genocide, and what happens is they say, okay, those schools are no longer accredited, and then now you can't, like, it's always a different trap door. It always is. That don't mean to stop. I hear you saying that don't mean to stop, but I'm saying there has been things that deterred us as well. It wasn't just people just stopped.
But to your point and to E's point is that we don't need you to hire us if we got our own businesses. Right. We say, no, that school is accredited. It's accredited at T-Shirt Kings.
Right.
It's accredited at Rhoda's Controversial whatever.
Right.
It's accredited at Dash Resources.
For sure.
So if we got our own stuff, like, bro, we say what's accredited. Mm-hmm. And so the point is, man, we got to keep standing up for ourselves and keep building.
That's hard.
Like Deion Sanders.
That's hard.
Man, like this lady 45 years ago, she would have been doing something called freedom fighting down there. This was a Rosa Parks move. We looking at it now as some silly shit. Like,
that's a good ass point.
Shim, Rosa Parks could have got her ass up. All she had to do was get her ass up.
But she got on the bus.
Here you go, man.
Thank you.
She did that from the start. She knew she wasn't going to get up. That's why she went inside in the front seat. They planned that shit.
All day.
But we respect that move. Yeah, we respect that move. We got to respect that one as well.
She held her ground. Went to jail. But it sparked the idea to say, damn, bro, we really are getting abused and harassed and mistreated here.
Oh, we definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, okay, cool. Like, even if she should have showed the receipt, he shouldn't have tased her. 2 wrongs.
I don't agree. Don't make it right.
What did you say, bro?
2 wrongs don't make it right. That's a boss. This man is bad. He ain't as bad as that ice, man. He took on the whole cast today.
Come on, bro. Let's talk about this movie.
For sure, man.
For sure. What we got, bro? What you got for us?
New film, shot here in Dayton, called 2 Wrongs Don't Make It Right, where the struggles of friendships, relationships, and music industry hopes clash. That's the log line. The reason I did that is because everybody who's been in the music industry trying to make something of their lives, you rapped and all that, you know. Like in the film, I play a guy named Jay, the main character. He's married. But he's got all the money in the world. I play a platinum selling producer.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my protege Mello off the ground, which is played by Devin Portis.
Okay.
And it's showing the different dynamics of trying to get there when you're in a relationship. I know I've been in situations where my girl didn't support me. Yeah. You always in the studio, SMED. I mean, you know, I don't know if you've been there, but all of us have been to that point, even if you're working all day. Some girl like, you always gone. But damn, I'm at work. Same as studio. You always in the studio. You know, like my character is that I'm always in the studio, but I've made it already. I'm a successful producer. So I have money, cars, jewelry. My girl got everything she could ever want. I'm buying her Corvettes, whatever, but I'm not spending time with her.
Yeah.
So some things happen in the movie because of that.
Okay.
With Mello's situation is he's trying to be somebody. I'm trying to help him get there. But his girl just don't support him at all.
Right.
You know, you always in the studio. Ain't nothing gonna come from it no way. Right. Blah blah blah. But then when he makes it,
right.
You know, so that's the twist of it. And also we got friends that's backstabbing, envious because they're jealous because you have it all. Yeah. You know, so this movie is well rounded and it's going to touch a lot of entertainers or up and coming artists because you can feel that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's wife don't support them.
Right.
Oh,
he pulled up on his point.
Yeah.
Shit, on the
See-
building.
Okay, let me tell you what the lady did
Here we
say.
go. Here we go.
Here we go.
He came in with a smoke. Let's go. Let's go. He came in with a
Hey,
smoke.
the lady did say, she did say, go
Let's
back
go to-
in there and
let's
see
go
the
back
cameras
in.
first. That's what her intentions was. He said, I don't have any access to the camera. So that wasn't even an option with him. He already done talked to the people in there and did his investigation in there because that is something they can do. Well, look at the cameras. They don't have access to
Big
the
bro,
cameras.
do you think
and
that
that's-
he don't have access to the camera?
I think you
The
giving,
store doesn't?
You
No,
giving
no.
an excuse.
No, I'm not giving him an
I'm not
excuse.
saying. Yeah, I'm not saying you wrong, but he can go on there and look at them
No,
cameras.
you can't. You don't even know what kind of camera system they have. First of all,
But does he?
They don't have instant. It's not like a. They have the sophisticated $100,000 type of cameras in those big stores.
And you telling
Well, how
me
can
with
they
all that
accuse
money,
you
I
of-
can't roll it back?
Yeah, how can you say somebody stole something then if you can't roll the cameras back?
He said they didn't say you stole anything.
They didn't see you pay.
He didn't say that. They didn't see you walk through a register.
Right.
So they just want to check your receipt. Like, that's not uncommon. That's not uncommon. If you
But
come
see-
in my store out of business and I see you walk out with something and I didn't see none of my people cashiers check you out, I'm gonna be like, check that person, man. What's so uncommon about that? You a business owner. You are a business owner.
Yeah.
How many times have you said?
Never. Nah.
Oh, I'm coming here tomorrow.
Not
once.
Throwing everything on the wall up, man.
But he got. My thing is, he got agitated where it escalated to that point. He got agitated because
Should he have tased her, Jim?
no,
No, I
he
don't
shouldn't have
agree with that.
tased her,
There
but he
you
was
go.
agitated at that point, man.
That's
He
After-
agitated.
but
She was
she's
like,
agitated.
"Ah!"
She's agitated. She's being held up.
She
She's agitated.
She was.
She's being held up.
But here
go.
goes.
Taking down the license plate number and then made an official police
She
report.
said, "Here, massa. Here, massa. Here's my papers, massa. Here, massa. Does this satisfy you good and well,
Okay,
massa?"
hold on. Let me ask
Thank
you this. Let me
sir.
ask you this, man. If that was your daughter, would you agree with that?
Hell no.
All right. There you go. You gonna tell her to comply, correct?
Comply.
So bring your ass home.
I want
we'll
my baby.
deal with it
yeah,
as a family.
Yeah, because I don't want my
She's
daughter
setting a
getting
bad
tased.
example for her kids in that car,
But
man.
if my daughter, if my daughter was to not want to go for that bullshit and she hadn't stolen anything, and she went and did that, I would support her and I'd be right there by her side, standing up for her
You
and
gotta take that up
representing
with
her.
the store though. It's not the police.
She tried to take it up with
No,
the
she
store
did
though,
not,
bro.
Man, she gave
By
that cop
asking to go
5
back in
minutes
the
She
ago.
store.
was now dealing with the cops. I
She's now
told
dealing
you,
with the cops,
I'm guilty
man.
of that where they say, let me see your receipt, and I say no, and I keep on moving. Now, but if a cop roll up on
You
me
gonna
and
show
I'm
him the
still
receipt.
So you can get the
Yeah.
hell home.
because I understand them two
Now-
different entities.
It's
Yeah.
two different
She was
things,
tired of that
man.
receipt shit.
She got tased.
What?
So wait.
say?
So SMED, when a cop pull you over in your car, they say, "Let me see your license registration."
You say no.
I ain't got to show you the registration for the car. This is my motherfucking car. I ain't steal this car.
Now you can do that.
I ain't steal
Damn,
this car.
are you gonna go home after that?
Yeah.
I ain't
You
steal
ain't
this
going
car.
home
Right
after
to
that.
do that.
And you going to jail.
We have
This
a
is
right
my
to do
car. I
a
ain't
lot
gotta
of
show you
shit
no
that we can't
registration.
do.
I paid it on time.
I just think that's a little different though.
You have to exit the car. But one thing though, that she could file a complaint.
Come on, Tim. Switch sides on me, baby.
No, she's wrong. She needed to get zapped, but she can't stand on it. She's smart, and I don't think y'all heard it. She said, "Get me a supervisor."
Yeah.
He's not supposed to
They
do
said
anything
that.
else
Supposed to get a
after that,
supervisor.
but get a supervisor.
Exactly.
And he proceeded
Exactly.
without a supervisor.
Yeah, exactly.
That's,
She
I
does
told
have
you
that.
that. I told you
I've
that.
seen
I told you
Yeah, he
that.
said that.
No, I didn't hear that.
He said-
I
he
heard
said
it
that.
in the video.
But I've seen multiple instances where people have asked for a white shirt
And
and
they
then
don't
then
get
they
it.
don't send
The
one.
paraplegic. They
Yeah,
didn't get him.
He asked
yeah,
for a
yeah.
white shirt.
They said,
I
man,
hope she
Pulled his
sues
ass
him,
out.
and I hope she wins.
He asked for a white shirt and they drunk his white shirt on the ground.
So hold on, Ease. We about to play your trailer real quick,
Okay.
bro.
We gonna
Let's
get
get
you a
this.
white shirt, all right. You was with the tasing, wasn't you?
Big brush.
You
Got
was
the
never
movie
with the
coming out.
Oh, man.
Bruh, it's
I've
least
been
lethal-
tased.
it's least lethal, man.
I know, but
At least he grabbed
at least
the rifle.
lethal than what? Don't grab none of that. You a man.
I'm a fan of rubber
Go
bullets.
on and get that white shirt out there.
Them might take your eye out, man.
Yeah, go on and get the white shirt out there.
The white shirt.
So you can know the law all day, but if you don't, so the minute you don't comply, that shit's out the window to them.
Yeah, they're gonna deal
I'm
with it
giving you a
later.
direct order. Get the fuck.
Yeah, they're gonna deal with it later.
You gonna go to jail.
You gonna go to jail. It ain't no winning that battle.
Yeah, it ain't. We don't
And
have
that's why
the freedom to do that.
You don't.
You had to come, huh?
I was on my way.
No, you wasn't.
I was.
He drove all the way across town, turned around.
No, that lady needs to get because of her kids in the car from
Yeah.
He said you left your kids in the car anyway.
Right, I can
You want me
push
to
that.
escalate this
Right.
to children's services?
Right. Yep.
Call my
Sure
mama.
did.
Call my mama. Typical ignorant black woman. Call my
Two
mama.
wrongs don't make a right, baby.
Two wrongs don't
So,
make a right.
man, bro, what was your favorite part about shooting this movie?
Here we go.
Oh man, helping out a lot of people who want to get into the industry as actors. Story, man. I got a chick named Felicia Dortch in the film. She's from Houston.
Yeah.
She had did a podcast with me with the screenwriter named Coach John Alexander. He taught me how to write screenplays. And she flew down for free. Just fly me down there, pay me for a room, and I got you. She came down, did her thing. And that's why I tell people, man, treat people with respect. I don't care if it's an A-list actor or a B-list or C-list, you know, because you never know who's going to be a big somebody one day. So by me allowing her to come down and be in my film, she's a writer as well. She just got a deal. Her and Coach John wrote a film called The Sessions. It's a hip-hop horror story.
Yeah.
We started filming in Atlanta in August. Now check this out. They called me and said, "Hey D, man, we still thank you for allowing us to be in your film.
Yeah.
We want to return the favor." I said, "Well, what's that?" "We just got a deal to put Sessions out. We got a $20 million budget.
Damn, that's
We want
good.
you to play this notorious loan shark."
Oh wow.
I'm like, shit, cool.
Right.
So for the last 4 weeks, I've been doing from 7 to 9. I've been on rehearsals with the Sessions. Now this movie is getting bigger and bigger every. I know I was supposed to promote my movie, but I'm in the Sessions movie now, and it's a hip hop horror story, and we got 3 major characters that's in this film: Jason, Freddy Krueger, and
What?
Pinhead.
What?
From
All in the
Hellraiser.
movie, bro?
They're in this film Sessions.
That's hard.
Now the budget is $50 million.
Wow.
What?
Dang,
All because
that's hard.
I treated them with respect when they got here. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So, and that's how we supposed to do each other.
right.
You know what I mean? We became a family, man. We all texting all the time. We got group texts after the film. And actually, Felicia Dortch, the writer, a guy named Christopher Greer is in my film. They fell in love on the set of Two Wrongs Don't Make It Right.
Wow.
And they're getting married October the 22nd of this month.
Oh, man.
That's tough.
So it's like, wow, this is crazy. But like
That's
I said,
what's
you know,
up.
so we starting the film, man. I play this notorious loan shark who loaned this guy some money. But like I said, it's a hip hop
You gonna pull
horror
Stinky,
story. Oh man, let me tell you this story. This is funny.
Oh, here we go.
So I don't want to take too much time, but
No, you good.
so when they sent me the script, they say, man, okay, here's the script. We got Table Reed, the director. They got a guy named Monty Ross, man. This guy, you look him up, he produced all the Spike Lee stuff. From School Days to Malcolm X. Got a guy named Donovan who's directing big time. He's pulling all the money in. They got more people in, but they're not locked in yet, so I'm not allowed to say who else is going to be in the film.
Correct.
But so I get the script, and they said, man, it's a small part, but it's important. I said, okay, cool. So I'm reading along. You know, when you're when you're doing a table read with people online, you're reading along, you're following the script. So I'm listening to people, and all of them are kind of going off script. But you know, as a director, if I write something, I'm like, man, stick to the script.
Right.
Yeah, you can make it your own, but some people be dicks about that.
Yeah.
But I realized that they was letting people kind of go off. So my role as a loan shark, I loaned a guy named Darryl some money. That's the manager of the rapper Raheem, and that's playing the head rapper in the movie.
Okay.
So I loaned him $50,000 to get the studio and all this shit, and he's ducking me.
Okay.
So when I call the guy, this what my line says on the script. He picks up the phone, yeah. And I say, yeah. Is that the way to answer the phone to somebody you owe money to? Look, man, I'm not the one with the gambling problem. That's you. I'm just here to collect.
Can we hear the voice?
No, I'm did that. So I said, I'm just here to collect. And he said, man, I told you. And I'm supposed to cut him off. look, man, I want all my money by the end of the month, every last cent, or you gonna come up staying somewhere, understood? And he said, yeah. And that's the end of it.
Right.
So I'm listening to these people going out. I said, you know what? A lot of motherfuckers owe me some money.
Right.
I'm gonna be talking to them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I prayed, because you know, this $50 million big feature film. And I'm like, all right, Lord, you know, first impressions mean a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So the director's on the phone, on the website. I'm like, okay, Lord, boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm ready. We get to my part. He picked the phone up. Yeah. I said, yeah? The fuck you mean, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got my money? Or yeah, I can kill your ass if you ain't got my motherfucking money.
Yeah.
Look here, dude, I ain't the one with the gambling problem. That's you. I'm just here to collect, bro. And he said, man, I told you. I said, I don't give two fucks about what you told me. Show me. As a matter of fact, I want all my paper by the end of this month, or your ass gonna come up staying somewhere. Do you understand me? And he say, yeah. And I'll be like, all right then. Arrivederci, nigga. And I hang up the phone. So everybody got quiet. And I was like, oh shit. Everybody got quiet. Yeah. So I said, oh shit. So the director comes on. He said, hey, Mr. Easley, how you doing? I said, I'm good, sir. How are you? He said, welcome to the cast. I said, I appreciate the, invitation or whatever. Yeah. He said, could you do me a solid? I said, shit, I fucked up. He said, could you do me a solid? I said, yes, sir, what you need? He said, when we get off this Zoom call, I need you to stay on the phone because I got some people that owe me some money. So I was like, thank you.
That's sweet.
So yeah, man. So I got that, I got the contract in the mail signed and everything. So the film, we go to Atlanta and film, man.
That's cool.
$50 million budget, man. So it's gonna be huge. So like I said, man, you just never know who's gonna be a huge somebody one day. Treat everybody with respect, man, and just treat them the way you want to be treated.
Last night we had a bro come on the show, man. He's from Dayton. I don't know if you know him or not, but his name is Kerry Lee, and he's a casting director.
Kerry Lee.
Well, he did casting for Martin.
Okay.
He did casting for
Jamie Foxx show.
Jamie Foxx, Real Husbands of Hollywood, but he also did the Gin and Juice video for Drake.
Oh, did he? Okay.
And the way that he explained what a casting director is, I mean, when we read it as a title, it is major. I mean, you're an important part of putting a project together.
Right.
But it was from him doing so much extra work, like working as an actor, as an extra in films, that he knew all the other extras already. And so when it came time for them to need extras, he was like right there. Already you had a whole list of extras that wanted to act. So he started a casting company, casting director company.
That's dope. But you know what this film could also do? By it being a major feature film like that, is giving us opportunities to become a SAG actor. Because if you have a speaking role in a major film, you can get an agent and you can take it further. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
so,
that's what he said.
And the blessing behind it all is that everybody Felicia worked with in the past, she's got in the film. Well, she's giving them opportunities to be in this film. Now it's up to you to grab that opportunity and run with it, Because some people doing good, some people, but most of the cast is hot, But like I said, man, she's giving you an opportunity. And when Donovan, the director, talks to us, he said, man, do y'all know how blessed y'all are not to have to go through a casting agency and this and that?
Right.
We went off a phone call.
Right.
I need you in this film.
Right.
Bet, I'm there.
Right.
And it's up to you to grab a hold of that and do your best, So that's definitely a blessing, man.
So I got a chance to thumb through the book, almost there. Is there any things from your actual life that you put into Two Wrongs Don't Make a Right?
Actually, just what I just explained about treating people with respect, because you never know who's going to be somebody someday. Just like in that book, I don't know if you got to the part where I was talking about Babyface in L.A.
Yes.
So the story behind that is me and a guy named Russell Pryor, we had a group called Unique Cut here in Dayton back in the day. We got a contract with a guy named Pablo back in, this was in the 80s, man. Right. Pablo was in Columbus. He had a record label called Mainway Records, and he had Midnight Star in the deal on their label. Now the deal was Babyface, LA, So after we signed the contract, we went to Columbus that next Saturday. He said, man, we would watch the deal record in Studio A. We was in Studio C, But he came and got us. He said, when they get done, I'm going to pick one of these guys to produce y'all. We're like, okay, cool. L.A. Reid comes out. He said, L.A., come here. Hey, this is Unique Cut. This is a group, because L.A.'s from Cincinnati. He said, they from Dayton, man. I want you to produce them. Oh man, he shook our hands, introduced himself. But then Stanley Burke walks out. Stanley Burke is the guy they call Bishop WHIOU. Now, he's from Dayton. He said, LA, go ahead. Stanley, come here. Aren't you from Dayton? He said, yeah. Unique cut, boom, 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 what you producing? He said, cool. My whole point is, if he would, the book's called Almost There because these are things that I point out. Yeah. Think about if LA would have produced me back then.
Right.
Instead of Stick.
Right.
And then the deal, Stick was from Dayton, he played for him. But what happened was they all end up falling out with Pablo. Mm-hmm. LA and Babyface went to LA. Everybody kind of disbanded the deal, and they started writing songs for the Whispers, Shalimar, and then they became Babyface in LA. Mm-hmm. Then they started LaFace Records. Right. Back then it was about your relationships in the business. Right. I would already knew LA and Babyface, so it wouldn't have been no thing to call. Hey man, boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Never know what could have happened after that.
So I also want to do a perfect segue because another part of the book that I read where you were unjustly stopped by the police. Well, you weren't stopped by the police. It was over a 7-Eleven robbery, right?
Yeah.
So like walk us through that, and then we got a legal insider to say what you should have did or not.
Okay, so like I said, I moved to California. We was in San Diego. We were in an apartment complex, kind of like Westbrook Apartments. Mm-hmm. We used to play basketball at night, 10, 11 at night. Mm-hmm. The manager of the building, it's time y'all go in the house, whatever. Oh man, fuck you. We keep playing. So a 7-Eleven got robbed around the corner from where we lived. And the manager of the building said, I saw him run up there in that building.
Imagine that.
So I'm in the bathroom washing up, getting ready for work because I had to get a job to get my ass back home from California.
How old were you?
Oh man, I was probably 19.
Okay.
So I'm in San Diego, man. I'm in the bathroom. I hear all these police cars and walkie-talkies, and I look out the window, and a cop is bent down like this. Oh, he's peeping out now. Come out with your hands up. Come out.
Talking to you?
Yeah, man. I popped back so fast, I almost caught whiplash. I'm like, oh shit. So I went and woke everybody. Hey, the police outside. He wants us to come out. So they end up knocking on the door. Come out, come out. So we on the second floor, so we had to come downstairs. So I woke everybody up. We started coming out. Cops everywhere, guns pointed. All of us walking out like this, hands up. We get down. They like, okay, 7-Eleven was robbed. Somebody said they saw him run into your apartment. So they like, okay, the 7-Eleven clerk about to pull up in the police car to identify you. Mm-hmm. We like, well, shit, okay. There's you, sir, come out. I'm the whole apartment complex outside looking. Wow. Hey, yo, sir, come on out here. Stand in front of the police car, turn left, turn to your right, negative, go back, bring him back. I'm like, oh shit, just think if the guy would have said it was him and it wasn't. Right. So the whole family, 7 of them, they had to do that to everybody, and then after it was over, they was just like, there's none of them, sorry about that, and they left.
Damn.
Well, but also you've been okay. So I want to defer to you first.
Yeah.
What do you think about that story? Do you feel like
the apartment manager? He's black, right?
No, he was white.
He was white.
Yes.
This happens all day long. False identification. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. You see, the story person said it wasn't him, but he could have got arrested and booked and whatever. If that person would have said it was him,
railroad,
he's gone.
Right. Does that remind you of the story about the ID? Because somebody said,
Only
they saw her walk out.
Only thing would have exonerated him if they had cameras in that building. That's what it would exonerated him. Nothing else. He would have been gone for a long time.
Now, and if it's a different person of a different race to make the identification, I think that it's a little harder for people. I think
the person was a Mexican that was decipher. Working in the store. Right. So I would have rather been Mexican than white. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
black people all look alike.
They do.
Every race look alike.
Every race looks alike.
Yeah.
Every race look alike, but especially if you're not a member of that race, it becomes even more difficult to tell these people apart.
So you also did have some run-ins where like you actually did steal because like you were hungry and you did steal, right? So that was in the book as well.
Yeah. So, man, let me tell you.
You took them sandwiches from 7-Eleven.
No. What I did, I don't know if y'all ever caught a Greyhound bus.
Yeah.
From California to Dayton. It takes 3 days.
Damn.
If you want to get your mind right, get on a Greyhound, go somewhere. You got all the time in the world to think.
Yeah.
So I worked at a swap meet as a security guard. I'm like, man, I'm going back to Dayton. Fuck this. You know, it ain't working out. I had to swallow my pride. Right. You know, I'm up there with my last check. I'm buying feeler suits and shit. So when I come home, they'll think I did something, you know. And so I had $103. I said, okay, going home. I put my wallet on the dresser, and I left out, went to the restroom. I stayed with Russell Pryor and the guy named Rashad was our DJ. We all stayed in one room. So when I came back, got my wallet, said my goodbyes, they took me to the bus station.
You ain't have $103.
Exactly. You know, we get to, I think, Albuquerque, New Mexico or some shit like that. And I'm thirsty, I'm hot. I go to the pop machine, I open up my wallet, I got $3.
Damn.
So I'm like, fuck. So I put $1 in the pop machine, the pop got stuck.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, fuck it. If I put another $1 in, I get 2 pops.
There you go.
Got stuck again. So, man, I started grabbing that machine, beating that, kicking the machine and everything, man. So what I did was I went to the store. When we pulled this one place, I bought a bag of chips. Like a 99-cent bag of chips. I eat a couple, roll it up. Try to go back to sleep. You just want to sleep so you can get your ass home. But after 2 days of not eating, you can say what you won't do all day long until you get put in this position.
Right. Yeah. Especially if you steal anyway, right, Chim?
Right. So we got to this smorgasbord. Like 2 days of me not eating. And at the end of it, they had apples, oranges, but the meat and stuff was closer to the register.
Yeah.
So I get in line like I got money, you know. I grab an apple and an orange, and when the lady turned her head, I turned the corner and went to the bathroom.
Right.
And so I ate the apple real quick, put the orange in my pocket. I'm nervous as fuck. Right. I'm going to jail down here. I don't know nobody, you know. Well, I did
at this point, you remember where you was on the bus?
It was some hick town, man. Arizona, some shit like that. I'm talking about mountains and shit, you know what I mean? So I'd have been in jail in a goddamn house somewhere.
Ain't nobody on the bus with you.
Nobody on the bus. So, but I sold it. I did, man. I had to survive.
You got it off?
Yeah. When the survival issues come in, I mean, it's important to feel bad with shit. Don't eat for 2 days and see what you do.
You know what's so terrible, man? He tased that woman, even if she did steal, man. Went in there, had all them kids in the car, had to steal some groceries, feed the kids.
Yeah, that was
shot her down, man.
Cause and effects. You just show that ID and it's done.
I'm not stealing. Should he have let her go? Should he have let her go? Somebody going to steal groceries? Like, that's honorable, bro. To feed all of them kids in the car, and y'all said, should he just have let her go? Yeah.
He wasn't hungry.
To feed them kids. Rhoda. Should he have let her go to feed her kids?
That's an angle.
She was not.
If that's the point she made, then he might have
helped her out.
Should have had some compassion.
He probably would have.
She didn't make that point. She made the point, I'm an asshole.
Making it.
She ain't this barbarian woman. Yes, she should have listened.
I love her.
Please love her.
I mean, I could respect her for stealing if she was stealing to feed her kids.
Right.
I could respect that.
Thank you.
She should have called her mama. She should have called her sister whose kids it was. She said, I'm going to call the NAACP.
Her name ain't Rosa.
Black people's favorite word, NAACP.
Her name ain't Rosa.
Same way my big bro, who now is a movie director.
For sure.
He's about to be in a $50 million film.
For sure.
He was pressed before and had to make sure that he could survive. And she not only was making sure she survived, it was some kids in that car.
He was smarter than
man
her.
cooking the day. This man back in the game, bro. He's back in the game, bro. He's back in the game.
That wasn't even her kids, man. Even her kids. That was her sister's kids.
That's more noble. That's more noble.
Her sister had.
Man, quit playing.
That's more noble. So
the nigga who's a point.
her name ain't Rosa Park no more. Her name Public Park.
You know what? Hey, perfect example.
You ain't like that.
Have you? Okay, all of us here have hung out with drug dealers, new drug dealers before. How many drug dealers have you known? I mean, you've known some, not hang out. Alleged. So, how many of us have known a friend to sell drugs that didn't need to?
Oh, yeah.
I knew friends that didn't have to sell drugs, but they did it. But how many did you know that had to sell drugs to really survive?
I knew a bunch. I knew a bunch.
Hey man, can you point that?
I knew more than this.
After you sell a couple of rocks, you could have just saved that little shit in your application, man.
I knew people that sold drugs that didn't have to, and I knew people who sold drugs who really had to.
Yeah, I know.
Who had to survive, for real.
So had to is a problem.
That's true. That's true. That's
like
true.
that.
Perfect segue to say
you chose to.
Sell stock not doing every Sunday at like Bill. Sell stock not doing.
They had to do something.
Sell stock not doing.
something.
Sell stock not doing every Sunday at o'clock p.m.
Yeah. You always have a choice.
Yeah.
Right. You had to do something. You had to survive.
Yeah.
You know.
So what happens if that's an immediate need? Like I ain't ate in 3 days.
Right.
My brother and sister up in the house. My mama ain't been home, and now what?
Well, I mean,
I can't just
the
go out and
point
get a
is
job
like
and wait 2
rarely
weeks
do
for
people
it.
sell drugs to get themselves out of the hole that they're in and then stop once they see how
Yeah,
fast the money comes.
Go to the job center.
So wait. What about the oldest profession that there is?
What? Prostitution.
How do y'all feel about sex workers?
I like them.
I think that is their choice.
Nah.
Why is an abortion a choice for a woman to do whatever she wants with her body, but prostitution isn't? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's regular.
Yeah.
Cool.
Prostitution is illegal.
His what?
That's
illegal.
I know. Why is it illegal?
Why is it?
Why is it?
But they
I
want
mean,
abortion.
a woman can choose what to do with her body.
In Vegas,
I thought it was up to a woman.
That's her choice.
Yeah, here go the thing though. I see what he's saying. They both more or less illegal. These are the choices that the woman want to make. Both of them are my body, my choice.
You're right.
And both of them are illegal, more or less.
except for in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and if it's legal, it has to be regulated. Safety, you know what I'm saying? Most states don't think they can do all that. Safety checks. This is too much to regulate that. Taxes.
That's the real reason why. That's the reason. Thank you,
James. Yeah, we can't.
Them titties.
We can't get paid.
It's the real reason that's illegal, Chim, is because of what?
We can't get paid.
You made $300,000, but you reported you only made $30. Bitch, you was selling more pussy than that.
That's a bartender. That's a waitress or a waiter. That's all of that.
Let me say this real quick. I had a friend. I can't say his name, but he was in the streets.
Yeah.
He went to jail for 18 months.
Peanut?
No. He went to jail. He went to jail for 18 months for selling drugs.
How y'all get caught
Somebody
up, though?
snitched on him, right?
Oh, that's
when he came back to work at GM, I said, man, because you know a lot of people go to jail and say it wasn't worth it.
Right.
So I asked him. I said, man, was it worth it? And I never heard nobody explain it to me like this. He said, you know what, D? He said, would you go to jail for $3 million for 18 months?
Man, I'm gone.
What?
Damn right. I never thought of it like that.
I'm gone.
I was like, well, shit, probably.
You sure you don't want to give me 5 years?
He got 18 months and made $3 million.
Kept it all. He ended up keeping all the money.
Yeah, because they didn't. Somebody snitched on him,
allegedly.
so they didn't catch him with anything.
Right.
But he did 18 months. But he said, "Would you go to jail for 18 months for $3 million?" I was like, "Shit, yeah."
But he came back to work at GM.
Mm-hmm.
Smart man.
Mm-hmm.
Give a low profile.
Yeah.
This man drunk.
Hell.
Yeah.
So
capping.
Smith, we did a story earlier this week on like legality of 12 years old. What was that? In what state was that? I cannot remember what state that was.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, right? So in your book, you know what I'm saying? Like you talk about being in Tijuana, right? You were saying that there were prostitutes that were 12 and 13 that were wearing makeup to look older.
Yeah.
So
their parents were selling them.
Those Russians come over there and get them girls in Tijuana.
So the parents will be selling them there, right?
No, they get them.
As soon as you cross the border from San Diego into Tijuana, it's families sleeping on the ground on towels. Whole families. Little girl, probably 9 or 10, walking up to you, lipstick on, makeup, trying to sell you. Her little brother, like, wow. You're like, wow, no.
That's how they eating.
That's how they eating.
Wow.
But that seems so shocking to me. But then we have on the books in that state where it's legal to, like, be with a child. Like, to me,
the subway guy, remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was going somewhere raping babies.
Damn.
Sick,
baby,
man.
but he went out of the country to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's oh gosh.
Man, and he's dead too, isn't he?
Yeah,
he
they
did.
killed him.
They killed him in jail.
I thought they did.
Nah. That's
Jerry Subway Jerry is dead,
Ain't
bro.
no way.
He went to prison. He went to jail for it. I don't know if he's dead.
I thought he got
dead.
I thought he got killed.
When seen this?
Dead. Pull it up. Pull it
Years
up, P, and
ago.
then send it to me. I'm gonna put it on the put it on the screen.
It's been more than 7 years that he got put in jail, right? That's all he got was 7 years. You ain't heard nothing about him being out, have you?
Jerry is dead, bro.
His real
Jerry.
name
Nah, all he
is
got was
Jared
7.
Fogle is his name, and I don't see nothing about being dead yet, but let me look it up. Copy.
I think he got more time than that.
No, he didn't. He got a short sentence because he
thought
was
he
white.
died, man. He
And
died
he was a
from,
pedophile.
like,
They don't get
he lost
pedophiles no time.
He lost all that
They
weight.
get you time.
He's still currently locked up. He is set to be released on March 24, 2029.
Oh, so he's alive.
he's still alive.
Damn, I thought he died. Damn.
He got a short sentence.
SMED is
So that's how Tijuana was, man.
Man, I heard Tijuana and like some of these places, man, down like South America and like Mexico, Central America, and all that. I heard that shit live.
Yeah, they go.
You
They
don't
go.
say that right after we had this conversation.
Nah, not necessarily like that. They just
We
go
ain't
hard.
talking about with kids, man. Peanut.
I'm being silly, man. Come on.
Are you kidding me? Bro, listen, there's a line you don't cross, and you just crossed it.
No, I didn't. I got close enough to not
Man,
know.
with
I'm the one who put the video in the group of the dudes down there.
what should be done? Well, hold on, wait a minute. Before I go there, hold on. Ease.
Yeah.
How can we watch the movie, bro?
There we go.
The premiere is this Saturday, the 23rd, at 33 South Main Street, Miamisburg, the Historical Plaza Theater. I tried to get it closer like Neon, but they don't let you do it on the weekends, and this was the only day that all my actors can come in.
Okay.
What time?
It's at the doors open at 6. The film starts at 7. We're having a red carpet event. Y'all don't have to dress up, but the actors are coming in dressed up.
Yeah,
we
for
got
sure.
people videotaping and interviewing, and then the film starts at 7 and it's over by 9, and then we'll have a Q&A after the film where you can talk to the actors and meet the director about whatever transpired during the movie or any questions you have. After watching the movie, you can ask us anything.
So we can wear our press passes down there, man. We got like real. We got
I'll
our
put you
press
on the list.
passes,
Just tell
man,
me
to
you
come
coming and
through,
you there.
man.
Yeah,
we
please say
coming.
that one more time for us that's slow.
Yeah, for sure. And then I want to type it in and pin it in, bro. So where's the movie?
It's
premiering
the Historical Plaza Theater, downtown Miamisburg, 33 South Main Street, downtown Miamisburg. This Saturday, the 23rd.
at? I just realized I don't know how to spell theater.
You know, sometimes they spell it ER and RE sometimes.
That is sad, man. The Eater.
SMED made these shirts for us, you know.
Yeah, it's hard.
Downtown Miamisburg, right, bro?
Yes, sir.
Historical
Yes,
Plaza
sir.
Theater.
Yep.
Downtown Miamisburg. 6 o'clock?
Yep, doors open at 6. And I want to say a lot of people is having problems online, trying to get tickets online. There's a whole process you got to go through. So I would advise you, if you're having problems, just come on down early and get your ticket. You can go tomorrow and get your ticket if you want to. Okay. But the doors open at 6. Try to be there early. They only have 292 seats. Okay. So, you know,
What
I would
time
love
is
to see
the
you guys
actual
there.
show time, though?
Actual show time is at 7.
At
Doors
7?
open at 6. That's the red carpet event. And then the movie starts at 7 o'clock on the dot.
We
and
there.
after the movie,
I'm there.
got you. I
We
got
close
you.
the store at 6, man. I'm shooting straight down there.
Got you. I'll put you on the list.
Man, that is gonna be so cool, bro.
It is.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Real stuff.
Yeah, man.
And like what I was telling Peanut earlier, man.
Everybody
man, I
was sick about it.
I used to watch you guys perform at the Hair Arena.
Yeah.
During all of the concerts that used to come, it seemed like you guys was always involved with the show. I only went to maybe 2, maybe 3, but the ones I did go to, you guys was always there.
Yeah.
And man, I used to look forward to you, bro, performing. So this movie is coming out of that same type of mind. You idiot. So, my bad. But look, like the I just saying that I just used to look forward to seeing you perform, and then Chim, you remember when we used to go to them concerts and used to be performing the East Town Posse?
Oh yeah.
So your movie is coming out of that same type of mind, man, and I'm excited to see it, bro. I think that it's gonna be a great. I know that it's gonna be.
Thank
a great
you. I
thing,
appreciate
bro.
it, man.
But so the people who don't make it out to watch it in the
Mm-hmm.
theater, how will they be able to watch it?
Well, I think if this one goes over well, even if it don't, I'm gonna do it again. You know, at a theater maybe closer, you know, around here, within 30 more days. You know what I mean? This man right here is in the movie as well. Aaron Bird. Yeah, he plays an entertainment lawyer. Yeah, he plays an entertainment lawyer and a club owner.
Yes, sir.
Can't cut my signal out, bro. Before that, we lived behind each other.
Yeah, we grew up together for sure.
Yes, sir.
So,
Man, after that Sesame Street stuff, that's only Big Bird I respect.
yeah.
Man, Ease, did you see that Sesame Street
No,
stuff that was going on?
I didn't see it.
Oh my goodness, bro. Chim, did you see it? So they got
the green.
They got these kids, man, that was going to like the Sesame Street place in Philadelphia, and all of the characters, they come out and dress up in their characters like the Cookie Monster and Oscar the Grouch. They was just waving the black kids off like they would come and shake all the white kids' hands.
Wow.
And then when they get to the black kid, they would just ignore them and say no. One ran up on this little black girl, probably 3 years old at the most, bumped her down, threw her down on the ground, like ran up on her like, what? And knocked her down over the ground. Now, see, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that black people are being extra, always want to claim racism when it's not.
It's all the way raggedy. It's all the way raggedy.
And the audio, what was these little kids saying? Was they being belligerent?
No.
See, I'm like Dave Chappelle.
All right, let's let him play. Is it racist or
I gotta see it.
He said racism. All of y'all claim racism on that poor sister.
I gotta
that
see the
got tased.
audio in the video. Like, why would they just do that?
Yeah, that's
Because
horrible.
they was racist. The character was racist. Whoever was wearing the costume.
Let me post this comment.
The kids had to do something.
Nah, they ain't do nothing.
See, that's what I'm saying, Jim. Y'all always feel like that.
Several kids. It was two little girls that definitely all they was doing was waving, and then it happened with another little boy. It just kept happening, man. They was
here. We about to play it right now.
They
You
then
can watch
fired
it.
the man.
Go to the show.
They tried to make excuses for him.
Put it in the.
It's easy, y'all. Don't never, ever, ever give them your money again. Not one black person in the whole world ever give them money again.
We're going to show this, and then we're going to let Ease take us out with some words of wisdom so we can
It's
recharge
called
for Chris
Sesame Place.
Yeah. Here we go, Tim. You ready?
Where am I looking at?
Oh, your phone.
You have to look at it on your phone. Or here, just watch it real quick, and now I'm going to play the video. Yeah, I'm going to play it for the audience that's watching. This is... Ease, you said you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you got to see it too.
I believe you. I know.
This made me angry.
Yeah, it was
Probably had a Trump shirt on up under the.
It was all bad.
I might have a Trump shirt on.
I need to hear the audio.
I got Trump beater on.
Here's the audio. Well,
okay.
Let me hear.
This is completely unacceptable.
Knock this little sister over.
Somebody to push a child down like this, but this is completely unacceptable.
Dang, man, this little girl could have broke her neck, man.
This is completely unacceptable.
Oh.
Nah, got that purple ass kicked.
That looks like a black person that they don't know.
Oh.
Still got his ass kicked.
Look, he gonna smack a little boy right here. Look. Ah.
Man, who told these people to do this stuff, man?
Okay, Bernie is what?
What's up with you, bro? Who told these people to do this, man?
Yeah, the green one. Yeah, she was horrible.
I can't see enough.
You ain't see enough. They knocked that little baby over.
Nah, that's all I need.
I see an edited video. That's what I see. I don't know what the context of the whole video is, and I just see an edited video. I don't know. I can't see enough to make a determination on what's going on.
As a parent, how would you feel if they knocked your child over?
Here we go. Oh.
Like the first Elmo, I would be mad as fuck if he knocked my child over.
Yeah. That's all
I
need
would
to
definitely
see.
be mad, but I can't say that was. Maybe he was playing too aggressively. I don't know with that one, but I don't know about the other ones.
Okay.
What if it's hard to see inside that costume?
Maybe.
Nah, you looking at
To wave him off.
Yeah, I'm not going for it. You know,
Yeah, me
at
neither,
this
man.
point,
Not my kid,
maybe
my
back
kid.
in 1967, but now, nah, they can see fine.
No, those costumes are uncomfortable.
Says you.
I've been in one before.
When?
I worked.
You seen this one with the two little girls where he said no,
As
no,
a
no.
character.
Man, I don't believe it.
What are you talking about? You work with Ice Cream man.
Okay, well, what was that, 1967?
Wait, I'm here.
1992.
So wait,
Okay, well, this is 22, that's 30 years
inside of
ago.
that costume.
It is.
Bro, he.
Ask this, bro.
Listen, I know, and I'm only responding. Listen, I could see that if he just didn't see him, but he waved them off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he
Right.
saw good enough to
So
do that.
that's the point.
Right
The point
after high-fiving a white person standing next to
There
them.
was sun in his eye. He was
Okay.
He was hot.
You
man.
sound
He
like
was
SMED
waving.
now.
Sounds good in theory.
Waving wind
Well,
inside
y'all
his
wanna,
costume.
They can't get to everybody. Like,
all right,
people
come
give
on,
autographs,
Ease,
they
take
can't
us
get
up out of here so we can get our bro in real quick, man. So one more time, your social media, where the movie's playing,
yeah.
and then how we can see it afterward.
Social media, Darryl T.Easley on Facebook, same on Instagram. Like I said, it's going to be at the Historical Plaza Theater in Miamisburg, 33 South Main Street, this Saturday. After that, I have a guy actually in LA that's going to shop it for me.
Okay.
You know, to like Netflix and places like that. So
Yeah.
I just need to make sure everything is cool. So it's more so like a red carpet event, but it's still like a viewing. You know, once you usually put something out, you look at it and you be like, damn, I could have did that better. And this. So after you guys see it, it's some things that I know I have to work on there as well too.
Yeah,
you know, so.
no doubt about it.
Yeah,
I know Tubi and Amazon Prime, both of those are national distribution houses.
Yeah.
And they do take independent films. So
Yeah, and a good thing about
good old
the
angle
movie
you can
sessions,
look
the director Donovan told me last night, hey man, I'll be help you find some buyers if you need me to.
Word.
So somebody of his magnitude that's there can, you know, relationships again. Yeah. So
And one thing that I want to commend you on is like even in your book, I mean, like you have a whole section like where you literally outline, you know, that artists easily go into debt based off of like the metrics that are already set, and for you to also have that as a working catalyst for how you're going to help other people, and then having that be, you know, the catalyst for your book.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's super commendable, man. So it's legendary that you came back.
appreciate you
know what I'm
guys,
saying?
man. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see you Saturday at 6, man.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate you
man.
guys.
All right, you guys. Stay tuned.